Hey guys, we are back once again, day 19 of how to gain self confidence in 30 days. And today is going to be simple and just a quick review of what we covered over the last 18 days. We talked about the four pillars or the four foundations of self love and self confidence, which is getting to learn yourself. From learning yourself, you then are able to get to know yourself, get a better understanding of who you are, where you're going, and all those things. And then uh, from getting to know yourself, you can get uh, to love yourself. You start to loving yourself and loving who you are and understanding that you are a human being and that you have your ups and downs, your highs, your lows, all those great things, and still be able to love every part of yourself in every aspect. And then from going to getting to love yourself, you start to trust yourself and your ideas and your thoughts, and you trust, just your own views and your own intuition. And so you go from there, to just building and building and building and building. One thing we talked about through this process is it is a process. There is no way around it. We all have to push and we all have to keep moving forward no matter what the situation. Being proactive instead of reactive is a very important part of self confidence, because you're going to have people that come in your life and they're not going to want you to be um, strong in yourself and standing up for yourself, or whatever it may be. You're going to have those people, and so you have to remember that you are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your journey and your push forward. And so in order to continue to move forward and to live life to the best of your ability for your bettering of life, then you have to just continue to be proactive, allowing people to be themselves and understanding that you don't have to be a part of that. If they choose that direction, that's them, and that you can still be confident in who you are, be confident in knowing where you're going and pushing yourself forward. That's all what you want to do in gaining self confidence. You want to be confident in your ideas, your thoughts, your mind, and understanding that the choices you make are yours. And you just continue to do that. That's all in part of the process of learning yourself, knowing yourself, loving yourself, and trusting yourself. And each level has its own steps. If you haven't saw the videos, go back and watch those videos, because each level I talked about has its own steps. And it's important to go through the process. It's important to take time and date yourself and get an understanding of who you are, and just that's really just it. We have a lack of understanding of who we are, not necessarily of who we are as far as like, oh, I come from this family or that family, but a real lack of understanding of who you are on the inside, not what you were programmed to be, not what you were told you were supposed to be, not none of that. Who are you truly on the inside? Because that's really where self confidence comes from. It's from the inside. We talked about it as a plant. Your inner being is like a plant, and if you feed it the right things, love, support, you have to support yourself. That's all important. If you support yourself, you bloom. That's your sun. That's your dirt that's getting in there and allowing you to suck up those nutrients. You have to give yourself knowledge. Push yourself to be a better you. And each step of success just builds and builds and builds and builds, and you gain more and more confidence. So today, in doing all these steps, we are going to talk about patience. And over the 4 days before this, I covered visualize, internalize, exercise, and materialize. And you want to visualize where you're going, visualize the person you see yourself being, internalize those feelings, those thoughts, all of how it make you feel, all of what you see for yourself, and then internalize, visualize, exercise, and then exercise. Walk in that. Speak affirmations, confirmations into your life. Meditate on what you see for yourself, who you are. Create a mission statement. Create a whole process of how to get from point A to point B. Create that blueprint of who you are and how you see yourself, and begin to make what you thought once were truths lies, because you can do anything that you set your mind to. You can be anybody. You can enjoy who you truly are inside, and understanding that regardless of who accepts it, who doesn't, you are you, and you are meant to be that person. And that's what confidence is. But you got to get a clear picture of that, and visualizing, internalizing, and exercising will help you do that, so where you can finally materialize what you have did for those first 3 steps. And so, and with all of that aspect, with visualizing, internalizing, exercising, and materializing all those aspects, you are now going to just have patience. Be patient with yourself. Be patient to know that, there are going to be times that, you're not going to get it every day. You're not going to follow your plan all the way through every day, because we are creatures of habit. Some habits will kick in without you even knowing. So you have to be proactive in keeping yourself uplifted and in tune with the questions and the answers you received from yourself. You have to be in tune with the mission statement that you make for yourself, with the affirmations, the confirmations, with the visual that you have going forward. And patience is something that, you fight for. And that's truly, to be honest, because I have been an impatient person most of my life. And I've learned now, as long as I take the steps day by day, as long as I make it move day by day, every day I wake up, I show up, I put in the action, I put in the work, and knowing that it's coming, it builds the patience. You have to be thankful and grateful, and materializing, you have to be grateful, knowing that it's coming, but you can't be impatient. You can't be like, oh, is it coming? Is it coming? I've been doing the same thing forever and ever and ever, and I don't feel confident right now. But it's in knowing that it comes with patience. It comes with being grateful for where you are, understanding you're not where you want to be, but you are not where you were. And if you are where you don't want to be, and you don't feel like you're making moves, figure out a way to track and keep track of your progress. Do little things. Every little thing. Say an affirmation once a day changes. If you do it long enough, it creates a habit. Saying the affirmation twice a day, oh, that's really more improvement, and it creates a habit. Constantly, every day, remind yourself of who you want to be. I didn't always match up with what I envisioned for myself, and it took me constantly looking at my vision boards, constantly, looking at my mission statement, and understanding that if I keep saying it and I keep putting it in my mind, I keep putting it in my subconscious, which is what we act on 90% of the time. If I keep putting it in my subconscious, then it's going to catch. And that's what happened. I'm less angry. I'm less doubtful of myself. I push myself to bounds that I never thought I would. And it doesn't stop. I have yet to reach the goals that I want to reach. And I understand that, but I am not where I was. And I also understand that. And I take pride and joy in knowing that I'm not where I was, and that I can do anything as long as I keep a clear mind, a clear head, be thankful, then I can achieve anything. There's no stopping me. And you have to really believe that in yourself. And it comes, like I said, from looking at your vision boards. If you haven't created a vision board for your life, you are sleeping on one of the most powerful ways to get your vision within yourself. And vision, I have like 5 or 6 vision boards, and my kids always say, you got so many vision boards. but it's showing them that you have to get a visual of what you want and see it for life. I'm sitting outside, so if y'all hear that airplane, my bad. So, but you got to get a clear visual of what you want in life and hold on to that. You have to have faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you get that vision of what you can't see in the physical, you create it in your mind, because what you create in your mind becomes your physical, right? So you create it in the mind and you build up that vision that you may hold on to it in a time of lack, in a time of not really understanding where things are heading, where things are going, not really understanding yourself. You hold on to this vision. Okay, I might not understand everything now, but I have this vision. And if you have a vision and a blueprint of the person you see yourself as, and if you went through the steps in the first few days, then hopefully you have a better vision of yourself now, and you can move into that person. If you don't know what if you don't know what you look like, in this more confident, more self-aware being, then how can you get there? You can be very close to that person and not even realize it, because you don't have a visual, a blueprint of it. And it's all a part of it. It's all a part of it. Understanding that this is a process. And each day I work on my self-confidence. Each day I remind myself that I am stronger, better, smarter, wiser, healthier than I ever was yesterday. I'm always attaining knowledge. I am an awesome mother, a great wife, a best friend. I am who I am supposed to be while living my life to the fullness of its ability. And it took patience to get there. It wasn't a quick fix. It wasn't any of that. And it was times I got frustrated. I got mad. I wanted to give up. I wanted to just quit. Like, it ain't working, so I might as well just go back to what I know. But it was working. And you'll get little things that'll show you it's working. My kids are a major factor that shows me working. When say my daughter be outside playing with somebody and they start getting down on themselves, and she starts telling them the same stuff that I tell them: you can do anything, just keep trying, you'll get it, all these things, and your fruit will show. Even if you can't necessarily see it right away yourself, it's growing. That seed that you have planted, as long as you keep watering it, as long as you keep feeding it, as long as you're giving it sunlight, knowledge, information, it will grow. But you have to do it. It's not I'm gonna put the seed in the ground and hopefully it do something. I ain't gonna put no water to it, I ain't gonna put no sunlight to it, I ain't gonna do none of that. You can't do that. You have to water yourself, put seed into your body, put information and knowledge into your mind to find a better ground for yourself. And that comes from growing. Humans are meant to grow. We are meant to prosper. We are meant to be success in human form. And so you have to understand that pushing yourself forward, it takes patience. But your patience is always rewarded as long as you're thankful, you're grateful for every part of the process, understanding that there's never failure, there's learning and there's success, but never failure. You are either learning something or you are succeeding at something. And if you're not succeeding at it, then make sure you take all that learning and knowledge that's coming with it and continue to build so you can succeed at it. So keep moving, keep pushing, and be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself. And understand, because we sometimes understand it's better with others than we do with ourselves, is the fact that, we're not perfect. Everything is not going to be perfect. And we are allowed to learn, to make mistakes. That's how we learn. And making a mistake is how you learn. Now, you can either keep making that same mistake, which means you're not learning, or you can make the mistake, learn, and grow and catapult yourself into a new place in life. And that's it. being patient with yourself. Take in all those videos, go back and watch them if you haven't watched them. We are on day 19 of how to gain self-confidence in 30 days. I guarantee you, if you follow every video from day 1 to day 19, your confidence is already starting to build up on the inside of you, if not already pushing forward. And just knowing who you are, it's a whole nother feeling. And knowing who you are and where you're going and what you are meant to do, and in accepting yourself, you're able to move forward in that push of life. And so with that being said, y'all, continue to keep pushing, continue to keep moving forward. And I am blessed to be a blessing, and I am thankful to be, like I said, in your lives. So peace and prosperity to you and yours. May you continue to move forward. May you continue to gain knowledge and information and love, starting with yourself on the inside first and then pushing it out so that your branches and your leaves may be strong, your leaves may be green, and blessings, y'all. Be blessed. Day 19 is today. So day 20 tomorrow, y'all. So come back tomorrow. And like I said, if you haven't checked out those previous days, get on it, because they're going to be getting removed soon. So check out those previous 18 days and get some kind of feeling of where you want to go. I hope I've been a blessing to you. You have definitely been a blessing to me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Day 20, guys. Almost done.